me just put this meeting on recording. Yeah. So, and I'm going to open an Excel workbook now.
Recording.
Sir, there were 2 chapters in the syllabus that were activity based.
That is right.
First two chapters are based on practical, and last two chapters are theory.
That's right.
3
Sir,
and
I
4
want
are
to
on practical, and 3 and 6 are practical, and 4 and 5 are, I think,
Okay,
theory.
let us finish the
ask
remaining
something.
topics of chapter 6 first, and after that we'll discuss the syllabus. Fine. Let us finish the remaining topics of the chapter 6
Excuse me,
first.
sir.
So in the last class, we discussed about functions library, right? That's what we discussed. And I told you guys that this function library is bifurcated into
Sir, that
9
was
different
done. We
parts.
were on formula errors.
That is right. That
Sir,
is
we
right.
have to open which page number?
Which
Page number 71.
Page number 71. That is right.
75.
On page number 71, if you guys want,
Excuse me, sir.
71. Not excused here. Let me just finish up with my part, and after that I will excuse you. Okay. So
वो जो hashtag
we talked about function library in that class. Now today what we are going to do is we are going to talk about insert function. This tab that is present over here next before this function library. Now how can we make use of this insert function? For me, it is a shortcut for accessing this function library. Okay, it is a shortcut for accessing this function library. Now in this function library, what happens, it is a kind of the way there is a library in your school where there are different shelves present in which you can find different kind of books of different genres. In the same way, we have got a function library over here in this Excel where we have got different parts in which we can which the developers of this Excel have given a unique name. Okay, and you can find different functions related to that particular subject in the cascading menu, which appears when you click on any of the drop down. Fine. Now, if you want to access this function library using a shortcut, so you can use this insert function tab over here, or you can come on this home tab and you can use this tab that is present over here before this formula bar. What happens is when you will select a cell and you will click on this insert function tab, automatically a dialog box like this will appear. Fine. Now here in this drop down menu, you will be able to see all the categories that you were seeing in the function library. Fine. So it can be considered as a shortcut of accessing function library. Fine. You don't have to come on tab formulas and then click on any of the tabs, okay, that are present in the formula groups bar. Instead of that, what you can do is you can directly select a cell first, and then you can click on this insert function tab, and you can select whatever category you want to, and then you can select the function from here in this list. Okay, if you want to suppose you want to calculate the LCM of some numbers you have got with you. So what you can do is in this. Akshara, I don't think that you pay attention in the class, day. That's why you expect me to tell everything again and again. Why is it so, dear? Can you please tell me that first?
Sir, because of network issues, voice was breaking.
My voice was breaking. Okay. What I was telling you, the first way of accessing the function library is to come on this formulas tab. Okay, and here you can see there is a group present, the name of which is function library, and it has got 9 different parts. Now, if you want to access any function, what you have to do, if suppose you want to access any function, any mathematical function, you have to come on this tab named maths and trig, and when you will click on this drop down, you'll be able to see all the functions related to this name is related to this topic. Similarly, if you want to find out any function related to some logical thing, okay, or related to some financial thing, so you can click on these drop downs over here and you will be able to find out all the inbuilt functions present in Excel, okay, that are relevant to these two things. Now, if suppose you want to access the function library without coming on this formulas tab, so how can you do that? You can make use of this insert function tab present over here. Okay, you can consider it as a shortcut key for accessing the function library. When you will click on this, automatically what's going to happen? You will, dialog box is going to appear on the screen, on your screen.
Sir,
And
now we
here
can
in
calculate
this,
any type.
here in this drop down box, you will be able to find all the categories, functions related to which are present in Excel. If suppose you want to find out the LCM and HCF function, so to which category that function belongs to, it belongs to
Maths and tricks.
mathematical and trigonometric
Maths and tricks.
this category. So you have to select this maths and trick category from this drop down menu, and then in this list you can search for the required function. For example, if you want to search for LCM, you have to just scroll down the list, and here you'll be able to find out this LCM function. Okay, you can find all the mathematical functions, okay, which you can use for performing different some or the other mathematical calculations on some or the other number over here in this list. Now, if you want to calculate the LCM of some numbers, you just have to select this LCM option, and then when you will click OK, again, a dialog box like this is going to appear. Okay, and I think we have already discussed about how can we enter the numbers here and calculate the LCM of the numbers.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's how it works. Now we are going to discuss the next topic, that is formula errors. When you are working, if you're working in Excel, okay, Excel workbook, then it may be possible that you can make a mistake while writing something, while defining a formula, or while writing down something. You can make a mistake. Now, what are the different kind of errors you can come across in case you make any mistake while writing some formula or while passing some argument for some inbuilt function? So that's what we are going to discuss. The first kind of error that you can come across is an error like this. If suppose you've got a number, just a second, let me just change the format of the cells to number first, so that the error. Okay. So if suppose you've got a number like this, now the length of this number is much more as in comparison to width of the cell, or you can say cells length. Am I right? The length of this
Yes,
number
sir.
that I've entered over here in this cell, it is much more. It is bigger. It is greater than the length of the cell. Now, what is going to happen when I will press enter? Automatically, these hashes, Excel is going to throw an error like this. And this is the error that you are going to get here. Now, when you will get this error occurs if the column is not having enough space to accommodate the value. It is given on page number 71 right here. This is the first kind of error. I hope this page is visible to every one of you that I'm showing.
We have the book also.
If you guys have your book, you can open page number 71 of your book. Okay, this is the first error. With this kind of error, you can expect if the length, the number that you have entered in a cell, the length of that number is greater than the length of the cell, then you will come across an error like this. Is this thing clear to every one of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, we'll talk about the second kind of error. Let us talk about division by zero. Okay. So if suppose you divide some number, if suppose you divide 0 by any number, what are we going to get as a result in this cell? Can anyone tell me what are we going to get as a result in this cell?
So we will got an error.
We will, sir, we will get an
We will get an error.
we will get an error.
When you divide 0 by a number, what happens? You get 0 as a result. Okay, whether the number is 2, whether you divide it by any number like this, okay, you always get the same result, and that is 0. Now what happens if you will divide some number by 0? What is going to happen? See, when 0 is a denominator, when you are dividing two numbers, okay, and 0 is in the denominator. So what is going to happen? You are going to get a meaningless result, or you can say infinity as a result. Now Excel do not have anything to understand this term infinity. It does not have anything in it by the help of which it can represent this term, this infinity term. So what happens, instead of showing any result, it throws an error, and this error is known as division by 0 error. Okay, whenever you divide a number by 0 in Excel, what happens? You come across this kind of error, and the name of the error is division by 0.
So, but the 0 should be in the denominator, not in numerator, no?
The 0 should be in the denominator. Okay. Now,
Not sure.
what is a third type of error? If suppose we are given with 3 different things in 3 different cells. This is a number in this cell. This is a second number. 2
Value error.
G5, and this is a alphabet. This is an alphabet that we have got in this third cell. Now, if suppose we will try to find out the sum of these three things that are present in these 3 different cells over here. Okay, if we will try to find out the sum of these 3 things using, just a second, I'm facing some issue with my mouse. It is not working properly. So if suppose you will try to find out the sum of, it is still not working. We will try to find out the sum of these 3 things over here using an inbuilt function. Okay, and while passing the argument, you don't actually use these numbers over here. Instead of that, what have you used for passing the argument for this function? You have used these cell references over here. I've told you now what do you mean by cell references? Can anyone tell me what is meant by cell references? I don't think that anyone have revised anything. That is the reason you guys are not able to answer this question. Cell references means cell addresses. Address of cells. If we are using address of cells in some formula, okay, then we call them as cell references. Fine. Remember this thing. If we are using any cell address in some formula, right now we are using 3 different cell addresses, okay, in this formula sum. So they will be called as cell references. They will not be called as cell addresses. Okay. Now when I will press enter, what is going to happen? Excel is going to throw a value error. Okay, why it has thrown a value error? Just because there is a parameter in cell G6. Okay, in this cell there is a parameter which is invalid. Why it is invalid? Because this function sum works on numbers. Okay, it cannot work on
Not
alphabets.
alphabet.
So that is the reason for this sum function. This parameter over here present in G6 is invalid. So what happens is if the formula contains an invalid argument, so the error that Excel throws, the name of that error is value. Everyone has got this thing understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are going to see what is a fourth kind of error that we can expect while working in an Excel workbook. So if suppose
सर वो जो वैल्यू वाला था मेरे को वो समझ नहीं आया.
I'll show it to you afterwards. So if suppose you use a inbuilt function like this, and in this inbuilt function you have passed 3 different arguments. The first is a number, the second one is also a number, and the third one is a text kind of thing. Okay, if you pass this kind of argument for an inbuilt function like this, which can understand only the numbers, okay, but it cannot understand any text. Sum खाली numbers से work करता है ना, sum average या फिर किसी text पे तो काम करते ही नहीं. So that is the reason sum will not be able to understand this thing. Now what is the error Excel is going to throw? Let us just check that out. Excel is going to throw this name error. Okay, it occurs if the formula is used incorrectly. This error occurs if the formula is used incorrectly. Now, what is the difference between these two things, these two errors? Okay, this that we are getting, that are getting reflected over here, these two cells. What is the difference between these two errors? In this cell, what has happened? We have taken these cell addresses. We have passed these cell
We have
addresses as
taken
an
the cell
argument here.
references and
There are some students who are not able to understand this. Let me just complete my part first. Let me just make them understand what is the difference between these two errors. Okay. So in this value error, what is happening? When I'm using this inbuilt function, I have passed the argument in the form of cell addresses. Okay, what I'm doing is I am passing the arguments in the form of cell addresses. Now in this G6 cell address over here, what is happening? There is an alphabet present over here in this cell. So what is going to happen? This function is going to will be able to understand the argument that is present in this G4 cell address. Okay, one is there. So it will be able to understand this argument. Why? Because it is a number. Similarly, if we'll talk about this G5 cell, some will be able to understand the argument, the value that is present in G5 cell, which is 2, because it is also a number. Now, if we'll come on this G6 cell, when the sum will come on this G6 cell, what it is going to find in this G6 cell? A thing that it will not be able to understand. Okay, because sum has it is defined in such a way that it can understand numbers only. It cannot understand any alphabet or any text. So that is the reason it is going to throw a value error. It is going to throw a value error. Now coming on this error, what has happened? In this while using this sum function, I have not used any cell references, but instead of that, what I have done, I have passed the values directly. Okay, instead of using the cell references, Instead of using any cell address or cell reference, you can say, I have passed the value directly. Now, this text I have passed as a third value, okay, for this function. So that is the reason, you know, some will be able to understand this thing. It will be able to understand this thing, but it will not be able to understand this text, or you can say string. So that is the reason it is going to throw this name error.
Name tab.
Okay. This name error occurs when you pass the arguments directly, when you pass the numbers directly as an argument, okay, for a particular function. And this value error occurs when you pass arguments in the form of cell references. Every one of you, are these all four errors clear to every one of you? In
Yes,
case
sir.
in case you guys still have some issue, what you guys can do is you guys can check out the recorded video of this session
Got it.
on my